Cheers, good morning. I'm having my coffee and doing my coffee and comedy. I hope you're having a good morning. My name is Kev, and this is my daily gratitude journal. I started it several months ago, and to help combat my difficult mornings, I often wake up at emotional zero. And a good friend of mine gave me this gratitude journal where I list 5 things in the morning that I'm grateful for in the moment. And I found it very helpful. I wake up and I think I'm not grateful for anything, and I wake up pretty grumpy. But I sit down and have my coffee, and I have always found 5 things in the morning since I've started to be grateful for. And I have to say it also reminds me throughout the day to remain grateful, and it helps me point out those things that I should be grateful. Not should be, but I don't like using the word should. But it helps me recognize throughout the day when I can be grateful. Anyways, I'm rambling this morning. My 5 things this morning is number 1, I had morning supplies. All this week I've been waking up and I've either been out of milk or out of coffee or something. So my first thing is throwing on clothes, going out in the cold, and going to the store. And although it's been good for me to get out and go walking early in the morning, it's kind of nice that this morning I didn't have to get up and run out to the store. Number 2, yesterday I downloaded a game that I was really excited for. I'm not a huge gamer. I like playing games, but I don't play, I'm not a daily player. Well, I'm kind of a daily player, but I don't I don't spend my whole day gaming. I don't consider myself a big gamer. I usually find one game and just play it for a long time and I usually play older games because they're cheaper. But I've been kind of saving up on the side for this Baldur's Gate 3, and because it's basically Dungeons and Dragons, but a video game. And so I stayed up playing it last night. I didn't stay up too late because I was sleepy, and I kind of checked in on it this morning, and it was just nice. It was fun thinking about Dungeons and Dragons. Number 3. First part of my routine is my coffee and comedy. And the reason I do that is because I wake up and my brain is in a negative mindset and it has a lot of negative dialogues. And so the coffee kind of wakes me up. The caffeine helps me focus with my ADD. And then the comedy changes all those negative dialogues in my brain to more lighthearted, comedic. Once you start laughing, the brain dialogues kind of lighten up a little bit, and I start thinking a little more funny and less dramatic. So everything in my brain becomes a little less dramatic, and it's a little easier to do the day. So this morning, I woke up, my brain was dramatic and in a bad mood. I watched my comedy, which for me is often Critical Role, a TV show called Critical Role. Gets me laughing, and my brain set is a little more lighthearted, and I'm feeling better about the day. Number 4, today is kind of a day off for me. My deadlines have been pushed forward, and I don't really have anything that is pressing and needs to get done. As long as I take small steps today that are scheduled. So it's kind of there's not a lot being asked of me today, which is nice. And it's got me in a less anxious state. And number 5, I'm feeling inspired lately. I've been doing a lot of art. I've been working on a new song. I've been doing a lot of editing and just creative endeavors because my brain is feeling like it's in a very creative mode. Sometimes if I dive into that too much, it can turn into hypomania, and I got to bring myself back down. But right now I'm just in kind of a creative flow, and I'm not worried about hypomania. But it is an enjoyable state to be in, to just have these different creative ideas flowing, and after a while it'll become overwhelming. That's when it starts to go to hypomania. And the way that I work against that is all the creative ideas, I make sure I get them out onto a paper so they're not stuck in my head. Because when they're all stuck in my head and I have a million ideas, I start to go hypomanic and I stop sleeping and I'm working all the time and I get into a bad place. So I keep journals and I write down my ideas and they're kind of released from my head and I don't have to think about them, and it keeps the hypomania from coming around. So anyways, I was a bit rambly today. It's been over 5 minutes. But thanks for tuning in. Those are my 5 gratefuls for today. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you soon.